I mean, that can't be real. That's crazy.
Unless.
But that's crazy.
Well, of course it's crazy.
Unless.
Welcome to Royal Court, the show where pop culture royalty compete for a spot on my trusted council. I am your host and Queen Lady Brittany of House Broski, and today I'm joined by a suspiciously large woman. The title of her 2023 comedy special was Woke Man in a Dress, but today she is a woke man in a cape. Please welcome Bob the Drag Queen.
Yes, my lovely.
And I'm happy to see your royal crayons. This is so out of place on that.
The unbranded watercolors, you mean?
Oh, yes, your unbranded watercolor pen. I'm gonna try not to talk in that voice the whole time, but that's one of my favorite bad accents to do.
Oh, it's so fun every time.
And of course, when you're talking like this, of course, mind your station when you're in my presence, please, good dear.
You're doing like off Broadway Maggie Smith.
Scoff Broadway.
Yeah, scoff.
Yeah,
Very
it's pretty
scoff.
bad. It's pretty bad.
And ultimately, my writers did put the trade in Traitor. Are you ready for the trial set?
I'm ready for the trial.
Without further ado, let the trials begin. Any thoughts?
That was dramatic. I loved it. It was amazing.
Bob, have you named your extra toe?
Of course I've named my extra toe. And I don't get too clever with my names. I just call them extra toe.
Good. Yeah.
I don't want to make them feel welcome.
Well, it's like when you name the dog Dog.
Exactly.
It's funny.
And I'm going to get this bitch lobbed off one day.
That was part of you.
But I don't want it to be. But I don't want it to be.
Do you think your tenure making duct tape wallets prepared you for the sewing challenges on Drag Race?
Okay, so my wallets were newspaper tape.
Ooh.
Not duct tape.
Oh, excuse
So
me.
I would take-
Shit.
Yeah, it was a big difference. And those duct tape girlies are weird.
Yeah, they are.
And us newspaper girlies are elite. So you would take Scotch tape, and then you would lay down the comic strip. That was the funnies.
Uh-huh.
That is the most boomery.
Were you born in 1942?
Yeah, when you had the funnies. When I was a kid, we called them the funnies.
What, in the talkies?
Yeah, exactly. So we take the funnies, and I would make these like these wallets out of the Scotch tape. They were pretty iconic.
Yeah, they sound like that. They have pockets?
Yeah, of course they had pockets.
Oh.
I think we were selling mid shit.
I
No,
didn't know.
they were fantastic, and I sold them. I didn't sell very many, to be
Ooh.
honest.
I would buy one.
I think I probably sold like maybe 3 or 4 at school. Why do you need to pull your wallet out of school?
There's no need for
If
a
you're not
6th
at
grader to have a
lunch,
wallet.
and I got free lunch. Why was my wallet out?
You've once said the way to a man's heart is through his butt.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. What is the way to a drag queen's heart? Her wallet?
Oh, that's the obvious answer.
Yep.
Like, if you go to a drag show and you're sweet and kind, that's nice. If you're holding up money, you will have my heart. But there are ways to tip where it is appropriate, and there are ways to tip where it is absolutely not appropriate. I'm gonna go through them right now.
Thank you.
If you are handing me more than $4 all at the same time, this is not okay.
Yeah. Like a hamster from a fucking water
Especially
bottle.
with $10. You think you just purchased 30 seconds of my song for $10?
Yeah.
No, give me a $10 bill, or I'll let you give it to me in two chunks of 5.
Okay.
But this, no. Also, this,
No. How often do they do that? Oh!
I will attack you. I will physically attack you.
I'm gonna Will Smith Chris Rock you.
Very much so.
At my
Keep
show.
my dollar out of your hand. And then, so one time I had this thing. I was working at Barracuda, rest in peace, Barracuda Bar in New York City. Please don't cough.
It's just COVID. Don't worry about it.
This guy came up with a $100 bill. Let me tell you right now, if you hold up like a 20 or above, you're gonna get a lot. The drag queen will they'll lock you like Terminator style. They'll lock it on you. He walked up to me and held up a $100 bill. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great night.
Yeah.
I was so excited. And I grabbed the dollar like this. He didn't let go.
Oh.
We're tugging the dollar. And he's like, I was kidding. And I was like, I'm not letting. I was like, baby,
It's too late.
This now belongs to me.
Yeah, this one's mine.
You handed it to me. And he didn't want to let go. He tried to inch closer. I inched closer. He inched closer. I inched closer. He inched closer. I inched closer. He wouldn't let go. So what did I do? I escalate. I don't have a de-escalating bone in my body.
Mm-hmm.
I ripped the dollar in half. I'm holding about $54. He's holding about $46. And then he's like, no, please give that back. I need that. I said, if you're not going to give me that, you're not getting this. Because you can't take this much to the bank. And then he was like, no, please. And I said, then no one's getting it. I balled it up. I ate it. I swallowed it.
You said in the Caroline special that you're 98% comfortable with white people.
98%, yeah.
Is there anything I can do to push that 1 more %?
It's not about something you've done, but I will say, since then, a lot has happened.
I would agree.
And we're down to like 70%.
It's not looking great.
Baby, back then the boys weren't proud.
Yeah, oof.
Back then the boys weren't proud.
Their Pride Month has been kind of 3
So
months ago.
I don't know what is going on. But y'all, we need to come with a group consensus to figure out what's going on. White people they're very uncomfortable now. You know what I mean? And there's a sweet spot because you don't want folks too comfortable and you don't want them completely uncomfortable. There is a sweet spot. I do not know how to find it, but we need to find it. I think the sweet spot is maybe right at all the small things. That's when white people are like comfortable but not crazy.
Yeah, one of these.
Yeah, we need to get back there. I think what it was, like, white people were making, like, white people music, and it was really good music. Like, that song, Hey There, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? And, like, when y'all had, like, Fall Out Boy and Blink-182.
All American Rejects.
It was really great stuff. It was really fucking good stuff. I don't know what has happened.
I agree. We need to push back into the lane.
Yes, the music is an indicator of where we are as a people.
Culturally, I
And
agree.
the music is saying something these days.
You said you learned about drag in part by being read by queens you respect. Have you ever gotten a read so powerful that it divided your life pre and post read?
Some of them weren't necessarily about drag, but there have been interventions that have happened to me. One of them was I had to stop wearing black lipstick. Apparently it ages me and it does not make me look good. All the queens got together. It was like let's all sit down and read our letters. Like, when you wear black lipstick, this is how I feel. They took me to Sephora. Kim and Asia took me to Sephora. Kim picked out my blush palette, and they got me a lipstick that they were like, this is what you should be wearing. And at the same time, they were like, and you have to stop buying cheap fanny packs. I wear a fanny pack or a purse everywhere I go. They're like, I was like, would you believe my fanny pack breaks every 2 months?
You said, I'll get the fanny pack as long as there is a lipstick compartment for my black lipstick.
Exactly. That is a real thing that happened to me.
That's the funniest thing I've ever fucking heard. Hey girl, you look bad and it's pissing us off.
I mean, basically, one time, Valentina was cast in Rent. Do you remember this? She got the call while we were all backstage, and she was like, went out to take this call and started screaming, but we can't tell if it was bad or good. And when she got cast, she was like, she came back to the room, and she was so elated. I mean, we were really happy for her, but she was talking like she was never going to see us again. She was like, oh, bitch, I'm A-list now. You broke bitches will never. And then she walked around, and she went up to Kim, and she goes, Kim, I want you to have these earrings. I'm not even lying. And Kim was like, I don't want these. She goes, no. I want you to have these earrings. And then she went to me and she goes, Bob, and I want to tell you this, and I've never said this before, but you are beautiful. I was like, bitch, I know.
Now hold on.
I said, no, why am I in it?
But you say that like it's brave.
Like, yeah.
Just like it took courage to say that.
Hot take. Bob is beautiful. That was crazy.
Bob, you passed.
Thank you.
Well, Lord Bob, you've done so splendidly so far. I'm sure you've worked up an appetite. I hear you've brought me something. Squires! Oh, wow. Care to explain?
This is my book, Harriet Tubman. This is my New York Times best-selling book. Harriet Tubman live in concert. You know, it's not a competition.
But it might be.
But I was the top. Well, you know, first of all, lucky me. So New York Times bestseller is actually top 15. It's not top 10. Whew, I was number 15. But that's out of thousands and thousands and thousands of books. And I gotta say, even if I'm 15, that is something that can never be taken away from me. Ever, ever, ever. It's my debut novel. It is fiction. It is fiction. This is not a history book. There is history in this, and cross-reference anything in here, because I make up a lot of stuff and I reference actual real history. So just when you read the book, just cross-reference your material. Some of this, Harriet Tubman did not come back to life. She is not writing a hip-hop album. That part I obviously made up.
Okay, well, I have so many questions because you're kind of a Harriet Tubman scholar at this point.
Well, let's not get crazy.
Well,
I am a history buff. I am not a historian.
You're informed.
I am informed, yes.
What is probably your favorite Harriet Tubman lore or detail you could share with us here.
Oh my God. First of all, I'm obsessed with the fact that Harriet Tubman is under 5 feet tall.
Amazing.
That is so interesting to me. There's so much to go on. She is a veteran. She's actually a veteran because she actually is the first woman to lead a military mission during wartime.
Damn.
Yeah, so she in Maryland, she is considered a general after she was given that nickname by John Brown, but then later down the line, she is officially a 1-star general in the state of Maryland. She also formed a home for formerly enslaved people to retire in, and then that's the house that she ended up living in her old days, because she actually got scammed by people in her community when she was older. She got attacked, so she died in abject poverty. But because of the community work that she did, she had a space to live because she had built a place where she could actually spend her last days. And my favorite picture of Harriet Tubman is her at that home. She's in this like giant, well actually the chair is, she's tiny. The chair is average size. The chair is really tall. It's got like a blanket over it. She's wrapped in all these white blankets. It is like the most stunning picture. This might be the best picture taken ever in the history of all time. It is a beautiful picture. Oh, I'm obsessed with her.
Oh my God.
I am obsessed with Harriet Tubman.
What kickstarted that kind of fascination for you, and also the decision to make this a historical narrative versus, you know, what a lot of queens do, which is like a memoir.
Cunt to the cunt to the gag, cunt to the gag, cunt what, cunt what, cunt. I said a kitty cat, cunt to the cunt, ow. Sashay walk, sashay walk right now to the yeah. That's my next book. You know, well, I actually did get approached to write a memoir, but I thought to myself, honestly, basically I was thinking to myself, I honestly don't think I've done my most iconic stuff yet. I remember thinking to myself, like, yeah, I've won Drag Race, I got this TV show on HBO, bitch, I have the same one.
And yeah! Same supplier. Same supplier.
So, I don't want to write that book. Also, at that point, I wouldn't have read it. The book wouldn't have been good enough for me to want to read myself. And I don't want to make something that I don't want to consume. You know what I mean? That's why I don't cook, because I'm a bad cook. I had this IP because I had actually started writing a musical, Harriet Tubman Live in Concert, started as a musical. Wow. And then I was like, I'll just switch over to a book. And I was like, I'll just bang this out because I already have the idea and part of the script written. This will be 3 months max. 4 years later, which is embarrassing. We consider the book is only 219 pages.
You popcorn read
it. Baby, that is less than a book a day, a page a day. That's less than a page every. It's insane. That's a page a week. Those are bad numbers.
Slow reading.
I miss some of the deadlines. I end up switching publishers. Isn't that crazy?
But look, here she is. And yeah,
worth the wait.
Well, Lord Bob! In front of you is a shield. On it, you're gonna use my unbranded watercolors to draw your answers. I'm gonna ask you some serious, earnest questions, if that's all right. Because I love you, and I wanna know more about you.
Thank you. And I'm gonna do this,
it's simultaneous, it's
tandem.
hard. It's hard. Bob, you've said, I'll talk about my mom to anyone who will listen.
Oh my God, my favorite topic. Are you kidding me?
I'm here to listen, and I've got 4 cameras on you.
My mother was probably the funniest person to ever walk the face of the earth. My mother was very petty. I don't know where I got her from. And one of my favorite things she did was she was always like, listen, you need to lock your door. Like, you cannot be in this house without locking your door. But that's because I'm from Atlanta. I was like, Mom, I'm in Columbus now. Like, we don't do that here. This is Columbus, Georgia. No one
High society.
No one here is locking, no. Society.
You know, I was born in Valdosta.
You were born in Valdosta down by Florida?
Yes.
Did you do any time?
No, I don't. Not yet.
It doesn't show on you.
It's in the pike.
Yeah, there it is. So my mom was like, you need to start locking your door. And I was like, Mom, I'm not interested. I'm a young college student with stuff to do, and I can't be sitting around locking doors. I'm busy. So my mom goes, okay, that's fine. Don't lock your door. I come home one day, and then she was right. My front door was open. My living room had been ransacked. I was like so shook up. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe my mother was right. Like, I've been robbed. And then I ran outside, and my couch was knocked over, my TV was gone, my dog was missing. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. So I ran outside to, like, I don't know, call my roommates or whatever. And then my mom was like standing there with my TV, like, I told you to lock your door. Isn't that crazy? Is that not the craziest thing anyone's ever done to their child?
I bet you lock your door after
I started locking my door and immediately.
Okay, you have talked about obviously being poly and pansexual.
Do I talk about it that much, though?
You don't shut the hell up about it,
No,
girl.
I do not. I don't talk about it. Y'all keep asking me. You hoes keep asking me. Y'all are obsessed with what I'm sticking in my mouth.
I want to know, what is the biggest misconception that you find yourself having to combat? Like, what do people say crazy shit to you and you're like, actually, no.
I don't even know what they think. They're like, oh, you don't take relationships seriously. Like, you actually just want to fuck around and you're just afraid to commit. I'm like, bitch, I'm committing to multiple people at once. I'm obsessed with commitment. Have you lost your mind? And there was like, well, that's why your last relationship didn't work. Okay, you have 10 exes, you piece of shit.
Serial monogamous.
So how's monogamy working out for you?
Well,
You know what I mean? So I think that's probably a misconception that a lot of people think that, like, I don't know, because I am polyamorous, it's because I'm like afraid to commit or I have a hard time committing. And it's like, that's not what it is. It's just that I happen to have a lot of love in my heart.
Yeah.
And a lot of in my...
Oh, YouTube's gonna flag this video. My whole channel gets taken
Yeah, my
down.
goal is to get you demonetized.
I think we've been
it's
successful.
based off jealousy. Yeah, it is. I came here with an agenda.
Silence her.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for it.
You've previously said you're not really religious or spiritual, but that there are certain things to be said about circumstance.
Yes.
Have you ever had an experience that's pushed you a little bit more towards spirituality?
Oh.
And by that I mean, do you believe in ghosts? That's my question ultimately.
I love that you just say what you want instead of trying to, beat around the bush here. Because I was like, what the fuck is this bitch
Get to
talking
where I
about?
want you to go.
When I was, I have had experiences that seem ghostly. Like I think I feel like I may have seen a ghost a time or two in my life, if I'm being fully honest with you.
Okay, what do you mean?
So I've had sleep paralysis my whole life, like really intense sleep paralysis, like pretty severe. Have you ever had sleep paralysis before?
No, that's scary as fuck, babe.
You never had it?
No.
When you have sleep paralysis, you wake up with a sense of extreme dread. It's like someone is watching me. Someone is in this room and they want to do me harm. And it's like the most anxious you've ever felt in your life. You can't move any part of your body.
Perfect.
All you can move is your eyes. All you can do is this. You can't wiggle your finger. You can't wiggle your toe, Uma Thurman. You can't even wiggle your fucking toe.
Extra toe.
So you're laying in bed and you're just stuck down there, and with this sense of dread. And I'm like constantly being like, wiggle your toes. I literally do the wiggle your toes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your toes. And then I'm like, wiggle your toes and scream, wiggle your toes and scream. And then eventually through enough of that, I can go, ah. And then I'm like out of the thing. And like there's a darkness. It's almost like vignette. You ever use the vignette feature on the photo?
Yes.
And then you get out of it. So I had one of these when I was younger. And an angel came from my ceiling, like a pool of light. And then this feet came down and this angel came down. I couldn't scream. I tried. I couldn't move. I tried, and the angel said, do not go to Mississippi this summer. Your grandmother will die. And then it got sucked into the ceiling, and it went away. And then I screamed. My mom came down from the laundromat where she was, not where she lived. And then she was like, why are you screaming? And I was like, we can't go to Mississippi this summer. My grandma's gonna die. And she was like, don't say that, don't say that. Anyway, my grandma died this summer.
Bitch, what the fuck?
At 54. Very young, by the way.
So what do you make of that?
Coincidence.
I had something crazy to eat for dinner that night. I don't know.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat pork rinds before bed.
Too much salt. Too much salt.
What I learned is I stopped eating pork rinds right before bed. I mean, that can't be real. That's crazy. For that to be real, that's crazy.
Unless.
But that's crazy.
Well, of course it's crazy.
Unless.
Bob, show us your shield. I'm serious.
All right. This is my favorite pattern. This is houndstooth. I love houndstooth. This will always be one of my favorite patterns of all time. I'm colorblind, so I really only see black and white. So my favorite color combination is black, white, and red.
Thank you so much.
That's literally my favorite color. My whole living room, black, white, and red.
Love.
This is my favorite mythical creature. This is not my favorite. It's the one I thought I could draw.
Okay.
My favorite is a dragon, or actually my favorite is actually a tiefling.
Oh, is that over like a fairy?
No, a tiefling is like a person with horns who has magical powers, like a wizard basically, but like maybe like a wizard or a witch. But they have these like little horns. They have magical powers. I cannot draw that. I drew a fairy.
And body tea.
Body down. Snatching crowns at the pad, honey. This is a symbol from where I was born. That is a peach. I was born in the state of Georgia. Honestly, I kind of ate with a peach.
No, shading.
Low-key ate with a peach. And this is a symbol for my book. I drew a microphone.
Oh, love.
With a little cord.
Great.
Bopping off.
Really great. Well, Bob, you pass. Thank you for your shield. Would you sign it for me?
Of course.
Well, Lord Bob, it is my pleasure and privilege to induct you into my royal court. Stay where you are. We'll proceed with a knighting. I knight the Lord Lady Bob, bestseller of the realm. Sing! Yes!
Thank you.
And a parting gift. There you go.
Oh my God!
Get
Wow!
into rich, right?
This is nice.
And if I see it on eBay, I'm gonna fucking kill you, girl.
How you know? Are they numbered?
Is there anything you'd like to promote to my realm?
If you want to get a copy of my book, go to seethedragqueen.com. That's SEE, like see with your eyes, thedragqueen.com for a copy of my New York Times best-selling book. And of course, I have just started my production studio, Purse First Studios.
Yes.
We make some really great content. We have some really fabulous podcasts coming out and some comedy specials coming out too, by the way, featuring Zachary Towers, Jasmine W., Amber Wallen, myself. Really great stuff over there. And if you want to keep up with the rest of my stuff, me on tour, you can always go to bobthedragqueen.com.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh wait, I missaid. My book is readthedragqueen.com.
Thank you, Bob.
There we go.
Gods, take him away.
Thank you, dear. The train awaits.